beg to differ on that front. But I just watched it. I just watched it, and this is the thing for me, because I'm a member of a mega church, and while I can't say that I'm highly offended, what I will say is that the title of the short is "Mega Church Pastors Love Money." So that's not, to me, indicative of, oh, well, he might just have chosen, a mega church that he's mocking. That's mega churches as a whole.
Mhm. Correct.
And I disagree with that. So I take offense just to the title, because my church, I'm a member of the Potter's House, and I don't have that experience there. I don't
didn't
feel
have
like
the experience at my mega church. I went to Thai Tribute Church, so that wasn't my experience.
like I don't feel like just a number. The pastors, they're very connected. Even though it's a mega church, it's still very intimate. But even in saying that, right, as I'm watching it, I did get a little giggle out of some things, but I can't say that I'm like mad, like, oh my God, like I'm not that, I'm not that. But I do have a standpoint. I play with a lot of things, but God is just not one of them. I just don't play with God. And while there may be, you said that there was something with a man being suspended coming from the back of the church. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen that, but maybe that's where he got it from. But the suspension part, I got a giggle out of that, and I'm like, but I can see how some people would take major offense, because to label all, make a statement, mega churches love money. Well, to my understanding, all churches have tithes and offerings, right? All churches, mega churches, small churches, mini churches, in between churches. I mean, everybody, and tithes and offerings is biblical. So I don't see how that correlates to mega churches, in particular. Let me put it that way. A tithe and an offering, that's a biblical standpoint. But
but it's not always, but it's biblical, but it's not always financial. And I think that's one of the things we can really have a conversation about. When people say, are you tithing? You don't have to tithe to a church to tithe.
Absolutely.
But that's not the practice that most people have been taught. They say you should give to the church. You should give to the church. I'm not saying every church is like that, but you don't hear many churches saying tithing is important, but you don't always have to be a giver here.
Well, the thing is that, back in the biblical days, we had the tabernacle.